Well, hello again, everyone. We are still in the Ocean View section. Miss Dorothy Dare and Dick Lane are way down there. This is a wide section. They're on that end. Over on this end is another famous actress named Nan Leslie. She was born June 4th, 1926. She was famous for doing parts in the old Western genre. She was born in Los Angeles, California, June 4th, 1926. She's the daughter of a salesman. She began her film career in 1945 in a film called Under Western Skies. She went on to star and co-star in a number of other Western films, 10 of them actually. So she had quite a run of Western films. Anyway, after doing that, she got on television in 1949, which is the start of the TV era. This is her grave right here. This is her husband, her second husband, Jason Coppage. I'm going to stand behind the grave so my shadow doesn't get in the picture. There we are. She has an unmarked grave. Anyway, in 1949, she was on 8 episodes of The Lone Ranger. Yeah, The Lone Ranger used to be a television series. In the 1930s, The Lone Ranger was a radio series. It was during the 1930s era of radio drama. It then became a television series. She also played in 4 episodes of the Gene Autry Show. Remember Gene Autry, the singing cowboy? 1950 to 1955, she was on his show. She was in a series called Annie Oakley, The Adventures of Kit Carson, and another one called The Cisco Kid. Her most important role was Martha McGivern in the series The Californians. Now that was a popular show in 1957. It ran for 2 seasons. It was about the California Gold Rush. This was a family in San Francisco where they were trying to keep law and order. She died from complications of pneumonia in July of 2000, and here she is buried with an unmarked grave. She's another famous person with an unmarked grave. But you know, whether you're marked in death or not, whether you have a gravestone or not, whether you're famous or not, whether you're wise or not, in the end, what happens to you? Yeah, you return to the dust from whence you came. Solomon said in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 16, "There is no more memory of the wise than of the fool forever, since all that now is will be forgotten in the coming days. And how does a wise man die? Like the fool," so said Solomon. I remember that the book of Ecclesiastes was a book of Solomon's fallen wisdom. After he had departed from the Lord, he came back to the Lord later. And so he often spoke very skeptically and pessimistically in the book of Ecclesiastes. But I like the words of missionary C.T. Studd, who was the founder of WEC, World Evangelization Crusade. He wasn't pessimistic. He said, "Only one life, 'twill soon be past. Only what's done for Christ will last." So that's my question for you. What will you do with Jesus, the Christ, the Mashiach? Because that's really the only thing that counts in life and in death and in the hereafter. I hope Miss Nan Leslie is resting in peace. I don't know anything about her spiritual state when she died. But my point is, live for the Lord and not for this world.